We're back! Not only with another video, but back in the Stanley HUT Playoffs. Now, you might have to excuse me, I might be struggling and gasping for air at times. I'm dealing with being sick for the second time in a month. It's perfect timing with this tournament coming up, what can I say? For those of you who aren't aware, this tournament consists of myself and other content creators from both YouTube and Twitch. Each individual is assigned a team at random from the list of real-life playoff matchups. We're tasked with building a squad of players from that team, past or present, in HUT. And from there, may the best player win. Or perhaps the luckiest, knowing how NHL a team works, but regardless, may the best player win. Now, I'll save most of the information regarding the tournament to Bojo KO's video. He explains the rules of the entire tournament, and I highly recommend you check that video out. But long story short, the main thing you need to know is that there is an overall cap for each team. The total overall numbers of all forwards and defensemen may only add up to 1,600 or lower. Goaltenders do not count towards the total. Everyone's fair game. So when it comes to team building, needless to say, there are a few different approaches, mainly centered around synergies. Now, as you know by the thumbnail, I somehow managed to draw my favorite team, the Bruins, which is hilarious to me. Last year, I was matched up against eventual winner Brian Stormed in the first round. What real-world series did we get? Ottawa and Boston. However, I drew Ottawa, and the one man in Massachusetts who doesn't like the Bruins managed to carry that team all the way to the end. This year, I am yet again involved in the Bruins matchup, this time with the Bruins, but yet again, I'm paired up against another favorite to win the tournament, that being fellow Massachusetts guy Nuge. Now, if he's a real Bruins fan and has any pride, we all know that I'm at least making the second round this year. But what's this team look like, you asked 4 minutes ago? Well, let's get down to it. No head coach, not exactly required. We'll start off with the goaltending. We are going with Ruby Rask and Chad Johnson for synergy purposes. Now, again, goaltenders, everything was up for grabs, or any player was up for grabs. As some of you may know, especially if you follow me on Twitch, I had an all-time Bruins team at one point that I managed to get rid of. So, yeah, that kind of sucks, but I'm hoping Ruby Rask can do the job for me. I was trying to get my hands on Team of the Year Rask. It didn't quite work out, but goaltenders in this game are absolute voodoo anyway. But we are running with Ruby Rask and Chad Johnson. For the forwards, we have the top line. What other top line could I possibly go with? Ivo Marchand, Ivo Bergeron, and 91 Pasternak. Now, I have to admit, with this team, I just kind of took advantage of players I already had within my team or within my club, simply because I am the master at wasting coins this year. It's kind of my thing. So I had to take advantage of players that I already had. That is the top line. 99 Marchand, 99 Bergeron, and 91 Pasternak. Second line, again, a great example of me having players on the team already with the 85 player of the game, Chris Bork, the 93 flashback Milan Lucic at center, I know, I'll explain, and the 93 Ruby Kessel. So I'm intrigued to see what kind of work that Lucic can do for me. Third line, you start to see a bit of a drop-off. It's 85 Rick Nash, 83 David Backes, base Backes, and the 88 Jerome Aginla. That brings us to the fourth line. Kenny Agostino, Sean Corrali, and Oscar Steen, who is a Bruins draft pick. I'm sure this will not be the only time you hear this from someone involved in the tournament. Holy hell, the team building process when half of the market, if not 90% of the market, is extinct. These cards are nowhere to be found. I will tell you right now, the vast majority of this team, certainly not at the top of my list for who I wanted to be on this club. At the end of the day, though, my team does add up to 1,600 on the dot, and you'll kind of notice some lower overalls there. That's because I went a little bit heavy with the defense. First pairing, 93 Team of the Year, Charlie McAvoy with the 94 flashback Chara. Second pairing, 85 Player of the Game, Johnny Butch. I can't remember the name of that card. Shows you how much I played HUT this year. Yeah, it's Player of the Game, isn't it? I don't even know. Look at that. Outing myself as someone who doesn't care about HUT this year. As if you couldn't tell by how I criticized the gameplay. 97 Ray Bork, though, is on the team. second pairing. Third pairing, 83 Halloween Miller with the 92 Torrey Krug. So the setup on defense, we have, well, in the case of the top pairing, 2 puck movers, but McAvoy, hopefully the puck mover, Bork the puck mover on the second pairing, and of course Torrey Krug, the puck mover from there. So again, the total adds up to 1,600. Ruby Raskin goal. As far as synergies go, we have rocket skates for Lucic, Kessel, and McAvoy. Fine shooting for Marchand, Pasternak, Bork, and Kessel. Obviously hoping Kessel can do a little bit of business for me. Hammer time for Iginla, Corrali, Chara, and McAvoy from there. Locker room leaders, Silky Smooth, Thread the Needle, Angry Aggressors, and Concrete Wall are all on. Case in point as to why I didn't need a coach at this point in time, especially too because it just made it that much more difficult. And really, does the coach matter all that much when you can only hit 1,600? Not really. Not really. So that is the team. I would love to discuss it more, but my throat is on fire. Just on fire. So stay tuned to this channel as well as everybody else involved in the tournament. Links will be in the description. Again, check out Bojo's video for the full rules of this tournament. This will be the team that I am rolling with, at least for the first round against Nuge. That's just, I swear, Bojo, I swear. I don't know what I did to you, but this is cruel. Giving me the Bruins and then pairing me up against Nuge. Just not cool, man. Not cool. Anyways, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned here for continued Stanley HUT playoff coverage, or go elsewhere. Follow Bojo on Twitter, especially. And yeah, that pretty much does it. I'm gonna go not talk for an hour and a half to try and recuperate from this under 10-minute video. Have a good one. I'll see you soon. Goodbye.